Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene, and we will begin our monthly update for the month of March in just a moment. But as always, this Solo Show monthly update is brought to you by Victor Naraki Realtor, serving Disney and the greater Orlando area with celebratingflorida.com and DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com.
The future is bright indeed. We're all of us dreaming of the better days ahead, and a part of your bright new future could be a move to where the magic lives in the greater Orlando area of Florida. One of the biggest decisions you'll make when considering a move is selecting a realtor who can successfully match you with the right home in the right location at the right price. Victor Naraki is the realtor who can help you make the move you've always wanted to. Whether you're a first-time homeowner or looking to move near Disney World, Victor is in your corner. If you are looking for an experienced real estate agent covering all of Central Florida, please visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today and find out just why you should work with Victor. I encourage you to create a free, no-obligation account on his website. By doing so, you'll unlock the website's full potential and be able to enter specific criteria, save listings, and browse new properties sent to your email. Visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today or visit his Facebook page, Victor Naraki Realtor. And don't forget to tell him the Solo Show sent you.
The Solo Show podcast is proud to present the Disney news of the past month. This week we are showcasing all the headlines for the month of March. Now, here are your Disney reporters with the news of March.
Hello and welcome to another Solo Show. I am Stan Solo as always. I was trying to remember where I was. We're at the Solo Studios doing the Solo Show. And it's time for the monthly roundup for March, as Ken would say. I'm here with my good friend and yours, my favorite co-host, Hollywood Crawford. Welcome to the show. Holly, how are you doing?
I am doing good. I think I threw you off because we're supposed to be Grand Circle Tour, and so I think you got thrown off.
You know what it is? I'm looking at the screen. We got the Grand Circle Tour logo on the screen
right
now.
And I have a Grand Circle Tour shirt on today. I don't know if you can even see that. So yeah, so I was trying to trick you.
And I just finished making about 100 or so Grand Circle Tour buttons for giveaways. So,
awesome. I love giving stuff away in the parks. So
Grand Circle Tour. Yeah, to be in the parks. Meet us in the parks. So Holly is from the Grand Circle Tour, of course, as well as what do you got? Marvelous on Main Street?
Yes, Disney-inspired jewelry. So mostly earrings and some rings, really fun pieces, lightweight, inexpensive, great for Instagram photos.
And you've been doing the Instagram photos like crazy. We got a contest going with Grand Circle Tour as well, if people don't know.
Yeah, so go to our Instagram, Grand Circle Tour Podcast, and everything, all the details are there. Enter it. Great contest. 2 tickets to Star Wars Night on May the 4th, as well as a 2-night hotel stay. So awesome giveaway.
And if you win and you can't go, I'm probably going to be off work, so give me a call.
Sure.
Yeah. And I can leave the country by then too, I believe. Alrighty, we got the roundup going on here. We're doing the month of March. It was kind of started off being kind of a exciting month, and then it lulled down, and then I think it got luller towards the end.
Luller.
There wasn't a heck of a lot happening in March, I don't think. But Holly, why don't you start us off?
So March 1st, this is a big deal for all the Star Wars fans, and I know that it was
the ones that can afford it.
That's true. So I know that it was super exciting at first when they first announced it, however long ago, and then it was kind of like, I don't know about this. But so March 1st, the media, all the who's who of Instagram and news channels, they got to go on the Star Wars, I always say Galactica, but Galactic Star Cruiser.
That's a different franchise. Battlestar Galactica is something different altogether.
So they all got to go, and I believe this was comped by Disney and got to experience. So, and I know from there, once they all started posting, then the excitement just, got revved back up. Because I know you were like ho-hum about it for a while. And then you were obsessed with watching all these YouTubes and posts. And I
feel like I went already. I've watched so many YouTube videos.
Well, that's good. You just saved yourself $3,000.
Yes, exactly. It started off being super exciting. And then Disney posted a couple of pictures and some really, really cheesy videos. And I like cheesy, but I don't want to spend $3,000 on it.
Yeah, not that kind of cheesy. Yeah.
And then everybody went, and it's like, so the media got to go.
Yeah. How do we get those gigs?
How did they miss the solo show when they were handing out those? That's what
I don't know. I didn't get mine either. So
alriady. Also, March 1st over at Disneyland, with it being Women's History Month. You know how they got the Mickey floral in front of the train station? Well, they did a Minnie Mouse floral for Women's Month. I didn't know that's the first time they've ever had Minnie Mouse there.
First time ever, and it's beautiful. Yeah. And I was amazed. It was so different. And like you said, the first time, like, what? I mean, I don't know. So that was pretty cool. And I'm assuming they're going to change it back April 1st.
Oh, they're ripping it out first thing, April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Get that bow out of here.
But yeah, something really different and really lovely. Like, it was a nice surprise.
Yeah. So I haven't seen too many photos about it. It didn't seem like the social media grabbed onto that.
No, they didn't. I don't know.
If it was Kermit, then they would have a.
Yeah, definitely. That would have been a big deal. Okay, so next up we have for March 2nd, the International Flower and Garden Festival began again in Epcot. Now, I love this one because it's so beautiful. And this one's running really long, all the way until July 4th.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize it ran that long.
I don't think it normally runs that long.
Okay. So I'm wondering why they extended it. But I'm happy because I'm not going until June. And so I'll actually be there for the tail end of it. I'll get all the leftovers.
I might have to send you with a shopping list.
I know.
That's a beautiful fest for sure. That's probably my second favorite after.
Yeah, same. Mm-hmm.
So then March 4th, Disney welcomed the Wish families aboard the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. The very first travelers, kind of officially ones there, were the crew members of Halcyon Star Cruiser, made this possible before they took off their official voyage. So I think that was extra special that they did that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
And I saw some videos of it, and the excitement on those kids' faces was just absolutely.
Yeah, could you imagine? I mean, that's incredible. I need to watch those videos, but those videos always get me. Like, it's just, right there. I always cry. But yeah, that's so amazing that they did that.
Well, speaking of videos, have you seen this one yet?
So I haven't. So this was March 6th, and you were just telling me about it, and I don't know how I missed this, but I think you're going to share it with us, and you're probably going to make me cry right now. But there was a video of a Ukrainian girl. I don't know how old she is, but she was in a bunker, sadly, and she was singing Let It Go. She got 16 million views within the first, less than a week. And Adina Menzel, who we know originally sang the song, shared the tweet adding, "We see you. We really see you. We really, really see you." So even that, just reading it, just gets me.
Yeah, let's play the video, and then we'll finish off this one. I guess for the people listening with the audio. And it starts off, she stands up. For people that haven't seen the video, she stands up, and she kind of is waiting for, and everyone's talking, and you hear everybody talking. It's all in Ukrainian. And then she kind of starts singing, and as she starts singing, everybody kind of gets quiet, and they start listen to this.
Она решила исполнить вам песню для поднятия боевого духа. Амелия Анисович.
Все шумят.
Сейчас все не будут шуметь. Можно немножечко тишины?
Не открывай, храни секрет. Будь хорошей девочкой для всех. Закрой все чувства на замок. Навечно отпусти и забудь, что прошло уже не вернуть. Отпусти и забудь, новый день он кажет путь. Не боюсь ничего уже, пусть бы шум ничто. Холод всегда мне был по душе, а я иду все ввысь. На мою власть страх не вину, меня уж не догнать. Пора узнать, что я могу, на помощь призову к себе. Во льдах навечно отпусти и забудь, что прошло уже не вернуть. Отпусти и забудь, новый день он кажет путь.
Браво, браво, умница! Умница!
Okay, that was. Now we're both sitting here crying. That was really beautiful. That girl is adorable. I would say she's probably about 6 or 7 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
That was wow. And if you could, I really suggest everybody go watch this video. If you could just see how they're living, and they just still look so happy, even though, the song made the others that are in that little bunker cry as well. But gosh, that was
You have the Ukrainian flag on the wall hanging there. And it's a very, very emotional video to watch. Even the singing. Read the
okay, so it says the footage also caught the attention of Kristen Anderson Lopez, who co-wrote the music for Frozen, and she said, "Dear little girl with the beautiful voice, my husband and I can't even get through it. My husband and I wrote this song as part of a story about healing a family in pain. The way you sing it is like a magic trick that spreads the light in your heart and heals everyone who hears singing. We are listening."
Yes. And the story actually has it's not a happy ending, but it's a good ending. Considering what's happening in Ukraine. But she did make it to Poland, and she's living with her grandmother now. And they did a benefit concert to raise money in Poland for the people of Ukraine. And they had her open the show by singing the Ukrainian national anthem on stage. And I should get to hear that too. I should try to find that. But that was extremely beautiful too. I don't have that with me, but I did listen to it. And
she has a beautiful voice, and just
for sure, so
happy looking.
So I was so happy to hear that they made it out of Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
With her
definitely.
Her mom and her family. Okay, Disney Paris kicked off its 30th anniversary celebration. Did you? Okay, so
I have a friend who just went last week, and so she was out on her balcony of her room. Which, first of all, I was loving her stories. I really. Paris, it's on my list, but it wasn't like number one. But after seeing her stories and the hotel that they were in, and I don't know, just looked so beautiful. But they were out on their balcony and they were watching one of the nightly shows. And my husband was just talking about, why doesn't Disney do drones? Like, they could have amazing drone shows. And I'm watching her stories on Instagram and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're doing a drone show within the fireworks. And that's exactly what we need here in the United States. It was so cool. And they would make the 30 out of the drones, but they would tilt it so it looked like a Mickey head. Like, it was so incredible. So we need
absolutely.
that here.
That drone show is unbelievable. It has the like the 3 and then the 0 on the other end of the 3.
Yes.
And they have it lined up perfectly. If you're standing right in front of the castle, it lines up perfectly with the castle as well.
Yeah.
And the other thing too, we're all familiar with that when they show the castle at the beginning of movies and you see Tinkerbell's pixie dust go around the castle. They do that also with the drones too.
Yeah, like it just always like, why can't we have that here? I don't understand. And then like the merchandise, and why is it so much better? Are we just like having like?
But you know what though, they say the same thing about us. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's probably. But
they got at the Epcot. They got that Stargate. We want the Stargate in our pond.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they have some really cool stuff. So
yeah, that's for sure.
So March 9th, Festival of Fantasy Parade returns to Magic Kingdom. So I know that this is always a big deal because there's just never enough going on, like with parades and shows. Now, is this during the day, I believe? Or is
this like the 3 o'clock parade is back. Yeah,
because they never have nighttime parades, right? At Magic Kingdom. I think that's one of the that's one of the big complaints. So
yeah, they used to have like, well, the Spectrum. I don't have Spectrum right with there, but the Magical Light. Light parade. Yeah, that was there. I've seen that there. But yeah, it's great to see. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to catch any of the cavalcades, but to me, I'm thinking the cavalcades I would have probably preferred. But it is nice to see Maleficent back and the fire going.
So me too. I feel like it's an unpopular opinion, but I prefer the cavalcades because I'm more of a on the go. Like, I just can't sit still. So those are perfect for me because they come through. You hear the music. It's awesome. It's exciting, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
So you're not wasting 2 hours. And I kind of feel the same way about the character interactions too, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. But it was nice to see Maleficent coming down Main.
Yeah.
And the people in Paris are going, how come we can't get a Maleficent the Royal Fire? March 10th, given the unrelenting assault on Ukraine and the escalating further humanitarian crisis, Disney is taking steps to pause all businesses in Russia. This includes movies and theaters, content and product licensing, Disney Cruise Line activities, National Geographic magazine and tours, local content productions, and linear channels. Some of these business activities we can and will pause immediately, said Disney. Others, such as the linear channels and other content and product licensings, will take time given contract. So I think like every major company in the world, they're kind of restricting and limiting.
I agree.
And it needs to be done. What's happening there is absolutely
it is.
And hard to believe. I watch these videos and I'm shocked.
Yeah, it's very, very sad. So March 11th, Pixar's Turning Red debuted on Disney Plus. So making this the third movie in a row to move to Disney Plus rather than theaters. And this movie had a lot of controversy with it as well. I honestly haven't watched it. My kids have watched it. I personally didn't have some of the issues that others had. But I don't know. The main character for me was May.
Yeah.
Okay. I've listened to it because I've had it on, and she just seems so bratty to me. So it's hard for me to like sit down and watch it just because
I do what I want. I say what I want.
Yeah.
As long as she's not in front of her mother, she does that.
So, I mean, I don't mind the bratty because I got 4 brats myself, but I don't know. It's just irritating to me. So I have not watched it. My kids love it. In fact, Lincoln calls it Changing Red, not Turning Red. He calls it Changing Red. But I know it's really popular. It has some great bops in it from their little boy band in there. So there's some good songs. But
I really like it. I liked it a lot. And I'm not the target audience by any stretch of the imagination. I have to be honest. What I liked about it a lot, though, is a lot of the Canadian references.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, it's fun. A lot of kids enjoyed it, especially, you know, a big red angry panda. Funny panda. So
also March 11th, Disney Cruise Line will no longer be requiring masks on its indoor locations on its ships. Guests 2 years and up will still be required to wear masks in the Walt Disney Theater, while those under 5 years of age who are currently ineligible to be vaccinated will be required to wear face coverings in youth activities. So in the theater, you still have to wear it.
Okay,
and in
but
children's areas, you still have to wear the mask.
That's just so confusing. Back to the
I'm sure they
take it off, put it on, take it. Yeah.
They'll have signs and cast members.
But that's good. That's good. I'm sure that made a lot of people happy.
Well, my daughter's actually going next week on a cruise. So
nice.
That was good news for her. Not a Disney cruise, but
okay. But is it that way on other cruise lines as well?
I'm pretty sure they all follow suit.
Okay. Yeah, because we went on a cruise last month and you had to wear masks, but obviously just recently this changed.
Yeah, so she has to get a COVID test before she goes. So she's actually getting it Friday.
Okay. I know when we went, they were actually providing them at the port as well for like $10. Well,
she needs to leave the country though.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. And she'll use the same one to get on the ship.
Got it.
It will still be valid.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Commercial break.
This is unbelievable. I just read the average man thinks about only one thing every 7 seconds. It's hard to believe, but it's true. Now I can't even look at the guys in our office anymore. You know, women think about the Grand Circle Tour podcast too, but every 7 seconds? That's just not normal. Is it?
The Grand Circle Tour podcast is your one-stop destination for all things Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and Disney destinations. And it has 0 calories. The Grand Circle Tour podcast, available wherever you download your favorite podcast.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Okay, so March 11th, nighttime lighting package testing begins for Nova Corp Star Blaster Cosmic Rewind at Epcot.
Yeah.
Nova Corp Star Blaster.
Yeah, so that's the ship that's going to be in front of the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster ride. They have that ship.
Got it.
So the lights started going. So I guess it's going to be a bit of a light show tied in with
that. Cool.
Ship.
You know what? I did see that, but I didn't I just scrolled past it. So okay, cool. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's getting closer.
Yeah.
Things are happening. Things are opening.
I'm hoping that I get to go on it when we go this summer, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
I'm not going to go on it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll look at the ship in the parking lot or whatever. In the sidewalk, I'll look at the ship at nighttime. Okay, so down at Disneyland, the no-show policy is now enforced. It wasn't being enforced before for the Magic Keyhole pass holders.
Okay, so that makes sense now because back in August when we all got our passes and we've all been going by this policy this whole entire time. But I know that I had a friend who she had missed a reservation at one point, and so she was concerned because she didn't know if she only missed one, she missed two. So she asked, and she said, "Where can I go in the app or online and verify how many I've missed?" And they said, "Oh, we don't know. There's no place." And now we know why, because they weren't enforcing it before. So I still don't know where you go and look for that information. But basically, if you make a reservation and you do a no-show 3 or more times, or 3 times, that's it, you can not make reservations for an entire month. So you still have to pay the bill, but you can't get into the park for 30 days. So 3 strikes and it is, because it really is unfair because you're taking it away. And you have to be really careless to let it happen 3 times. Yeah. The only problem is you can't cancel it the day of. You have to cancel it midnight the night before. So that part is a little bit unfortunate because say you wake up in the morning, and for me, I have 4 kids. What if one of them is super sick? Do they really want us? You know what I mean?
Or it's a really, really horrible day, just pouring rain all day, and you don't want to. I know it's California, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second, that's not going to happen here.
That doesn't happen.
Yesterday I went and it was pouring rain and it was still fantastic.
Yeah.
But so
you're right. If you have a sick kid,
so they should have it maybe by 7 a.m. day of, because people can still get reservations. They can still, but whatever. That's their policy. It's midnight,
and it is
3 times.
Right. It's not like as if they're saying once and that's the thing.
Exactly. So I don't think it's that bad, but I do need to find out where you can find that information to keep track of it.
March 14th, Walt Disney World's Epcot experience, which showcased planned park for over 2 million guests, closed permanently. Now,
this thing was cool. Yes. Yeah. It was so fun. It was a nice place to just stop in. And we would always say we're just going to pop in and look. And we would always stay for so long because it was such a cool light show. It was interactive. It was really cool. So I'm curious what they're going to put in there next.
I went, my last trip we went, and I was trying to get some pictures, and it was my wife and I were the only 2 there, and then another couple came in. And gosh darn it, you think they wouldn't stand at every single place I was trying to take a picture?
You're like, there's only 2 of you. Why are you ruining all my shots?
I'm holding my camera up and waiting for a certain thing to come up on the wall, and they would walk right in front of it. It was almost like they were doing it on purpose.
Maybe they were. Okay, so this is also on March 14th. The iconic kitchen sink returns to Beaches and Cream soda shop, complete with a whole can of whipped cream.
A whole can?
We were there last year, and they had it, but they didn't do the whole show because I guess it's a big deal. So they did serve it, but they weren't doing the show and making it a big deal. And so, it was kind of pointless to buy it back then because it's pricey and you want that show and all that attention, right?
You want the whole audience, the whole restaurant to yell, a whole can.
Yeah, exactly.
Table, yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of fun.
But it's great that, speaking of opening up, March 20th, Dapper Dan's returned to Magic.
I didn't realize that they weren't around.
That makes 2 of us.
I had no idea until you're reading this right now that they weren't back, because they've been back at Disneyland, I think, since it reopened. I don't know. To me, they just always been there. So I know not since they reopened.
The cavalcades at Disneyland during the Christmas, are they not?
Yeah, they've been around. So I know here they've been around. So I'm surprised to hear that they just returned to Magic Kingdom. So March 21st, sad news. Shanghai Disneyland Resort closed. No word to when it's going to reopen. It's still closed, but guests that have tickets will have 6 months after reopening to use them or request a refund. And for now, both Disney Resort hotels will operate as normal.
Yeah, so Hong Kong closed last month, and now Shanghai is closed this month. So it's bad right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, just hope it stays there and they can contain it and shrink it.
Yeah, it sounds like they're doing a good job, though. Like you said, they're doing a lot of testing and they're closing things to keep it keep it
Yeah, I have
contained.
a friend that's a teacher out there. I should actually contact her and ask her what's going on exactly.
Check in with her.
Yeah. March 22nd, Good Morning America showed some behind the scenes of the Disney Wish. Did you happen to catch that at all?
I did not.
No? It was really cool. There was nothing new that we hadn't seen before, but it was kind of neat to see. Like they showed how they, I guess they have like the interactive or the bar that's a Star Wars bar.
Oh yeah.
Thing. So they made it off-site first to kind of test it and to make sure it worked before they installed it into the ship.
Oh, that's cool.
So that while they were building the ship, they were building this at the same time, kind of. So they went there and whatnot. I'm excited for the Wish because I got a booking. So
I know, lucky. I don't know. I really want to do another Disney cruise really badly. I've only done the one. So someday soon, hopefully.
But it's coming along. It's coming along. Despite the delay, I guess it got delayed another month from it was originally supposed to open.
A lot of delays these days. Okay, so this is a big deal for the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. So Beatrice from Grand Circle Tour, March 24th, they could hear the whistle of the Disney train. So she could hear it from her house, and she's a crier like me, so I'm sure she cried. But yeah, so they are testing it, and it's got to be opening soon. Once they start testing, it's like usually within a couple weeks. So that's huge. About time. It's been closed for years, right?
Since they started doing Tron, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then with the closure and Tron, and so that's
so it was exciting. I know she messaged us all excited with a bunch of exclamation points saying, "I heard the train whistle this morning."
Yeah, that's how close she lives. That's pretty cool.
March 25th, Orlando International Airport announced that Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary celebration decorations throughout the airport will start being removed. And I believe I think now they're all completely gone.
Why?
I guess they're making room for new things, but I thought the celebration was supposed to go for like a year and a half or something like that. So I was surprised to see this. But they had like these decals on the floor that were like, they look like pixie dust. When you look closer at them, they were like little icons of the 50th, and they had a big teacup you could take a picture with. And
that's so weird.
Stuff on that monorail that they have, at the airport.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. That's interesting.
So if you didn't get a chance to see it, like myself,
I didn't. And that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll have something else.
Well, yeah, but like you said, it's supposed to be for 18. It's supposed to be for 18 months, so it's technically supposed to still be there.
At the airport.
Okay, so this is interesting. March 27th, a trolley car was derailed on Main Street, USA, while the Dapper Dans were riding it. Nobody was hurt.
A week after they started.
I thought didn't it happen at Disneyland, or did it happen?
I thought it was Disney World.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Okay, it's funny how you assumed it was Disneyland. I assumed it was Disney World. In one of the Disney parks.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, oh my goodness, were they hurt? But nobody was injured, and they were able to hop right off. But it's kind of interesting. When things like that go wrong, it's kind of a big deal because things aren't supposed to go wrong with Disney, right? They're supposed to be perfect.
Somebody probably left a penny on the track or something like that.
We know it wasn't Bob.
I was gonna say, it wasn't Bob. He didn't need the penny on the track, that's for sure. Unless he was trying to stretch the penny more.
Yeah, that's what he's stretching that penny. That was a good one.
But it was kind of the picture. If you haven't seen the pictures, they're kind of neat because the car is off the tracks on the back part.
Right.
That dude manually take the horse off, and the Dapper Dans. I wonder if they're going to write a song about it.
They probably already did.
Yeah. Also, March 25th, the Citrus Swirl with a bunch of fanfare returned to Adventureland.
I have never had one.
Oh, get out!
No,
Well, it's going to be back for your trip. Hopefully, it's still there.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it's back.
You had a Dole Whip though.
Oh, of course.
Okay, Citrus Swirl's back.
Okay. I know that's what Chris says too. Chris
it's frozen orange juice and vanilla ice cream swirled together as opposed to that.
But I like the tangy tardy.
Yeah, you try to. Well, you've had a creamsicle.
Yeah, so it's like that.
It's similar to that.
Okay, I like an orange Julius type thing flavor.
Yeah, but orange juice I don't think has ice cream though.
No, I don't know.
Ice cream. Anyways, I prefer the Citrus Swirl over the Dole Whip.
I think that's like a constant poll out there. Which do you like better?
Yeah.
It's like an argument all the time.
You'll see that poll there.
So this is pretty recently. March 27th. So Encanto, they had the Oscars, and Encanto won for Oscar for animated movie. Disney's Cruella won for best costume design, which that's a no-brainer. The costumes are.
That was a beautiful costume.
And then what the heck? The genie hits Chris Rock.
That was Disney related because the genie did it. Yeah.
So this proved that the TV show was correct and everyone hates Chris. There are so many memes out there. It's not even funny. Like, remember Bernie where they placed him everywhere all over the world? It's kind of like that. There are so many memes, and there's a lot of them with like it says like my Disney trip and then Bob paycheck slapping it. Like there's so many out there that are so funny.
Never mind G.I. Jane 2. How about Chris Rocky 3?
Yeah. There's just so many. I don't know. So that's been in the news a lot, and who really knows what's going on there. It's been speculated it was a stunt for maybe upcoming movie, but I don't know. It was just a weird situation.
I don't think that was a stunt. I think it was just
bad.
Yeah, it was just bad all around. Bad karma for everybody involved.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, he did apologize though.
He did. I saw that. He posted it on Instagram or whatever. I think his mother made a statement today too. I haven't heard what
his mother made him apologize.
She pulled him by his ear and made him apologize.
What was that meme I saw? It was kind of, Dan came up with it right away. I got in one little fight.
Yeah, of course. Leave it to Dan. He instantly. Yeah, that was so funny. Oh my goodness. 2
seconds later, Dan posted that.
Yeah.
And then someone else added to it. One little fight. Mom got mad. You're not going to hit Chris Rock. I can't remember. But anyways.
Yeah, I think I sent it to you guys. Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah. There's some really good ones. But yeah, that was.
Alrighty. So that was the roundup. We got the coming soon to Disney. Oh, Ken can add something in here. Ken, add something in here.
So March 29th, though, they announced that returning April 29th, Star Wars Hyperspace will be coming back to Space Mountain at Disneyland. So they have not said how long it's going to last, but I'm assuming it's going to last through all the Star Wars nights that they have, the after hours events and Star Wars Celebration. That would be my assumption. That's why they're starting it on April 29th.
Yeah, I would think like May is kind of Star Wars month.
Exactly. I love this. I'm so used to the everyday ride. So anytime there's an overlay, I think it's fantastic. And this one's really fun too. I know you won't ever see it yourself, but
I watched it on YouTube.
And I know a lot of people are excited about it.
See, it's funny because I have zero interest in riding space, zero interest on doing these roller coasters. But it breaks my heart that I can't do Hyperspace Mountain and I can't do Star. Like I really would like to do Star Tour, but
yeah,
it's just not worth it.
That's true.
Yeah. Disney Plus announced a new series, so this is right up my alley. Muppets Mayhem, starring the Electric Mayhem Band, is coming to Disney Plus.
All right, that should be fun.
I'm excited for this. It's always scary when they do new Muppet stuff because it's either really, really good or really, really okay.
Well, let's hope for the really, really good.
Yeah, I think with the Mayhem, and what's great too is they got some of the Muppet, like the characters are actually part of the writing team.
Oh, okay.
So that will help.
Good. So on the boardwalk, Gwendolyn Rogers, a new table service restaurant and bakery that's sure to delight, expected to open in 2023. Who's Gwendolyn Rogers?
I have no idea.
I like the bakery part.
We have the bakery so they're closing down the bakery and they're making this
Gwendolyn Rogers. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because
she must be somebody
who is going to become a sandwich shop.
Okay.
Which is part of the same deal for guests to enjoy a bite along the water's edge. I mean, I'm more of a savory than I'm not upset about having a sandwich on the boardwalk. And I guess you're getting a bigger bakery.
Yeah, sandwiches are one of my favorite. So, and then bakery items, baked goods. Yeah, so this should be good for me.
Yeah. I'd hardly ever go to the boardwalk anyway, so it doesn't.
That's true too. It's a really nice area, but
it is.
Yeah, depends on where you're at, what you're doing. So Disney announced a new DVC building being opened at the Poly. This is really cool. It's planned to open in 2024. Sadly, it's going where the Spirit of Aloha show was. So that is not going to be reopened.
Right.
When I first saw that, I was like, wait, they keep saying they're not going to reopen these stuff. And then a week later, it was reimagined. So I thought that was going to be the case with this. But then when I read, nope, it's going in the place of the show. So I'm like, but maybe they can do it inside somewhere. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. Like if they make this kind of a taller building and then on the main floor, they have like a Spirit of Aloha type show.
Yeah.
Indoors, which kind of makes more sense in Florida because the Spirit of Aloha was very, very popular. But at the same time, it was also canceled a lot because of weather.
Right.
So I got a feeling there's going to be something in that link. They haven't told us yet. D23 we'll find out probably.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this is good news, though, I think.
Walt Disney World has announced its minivan transportation service will be returning to the resorts this summer. They didn't give an exact date as to when guests will be expected to use this service. I kind of wanted to buy one of those. I was hoping they were going to sell them.
I know that was a rumor for a very long time that they were being sold. So clearly it was just a rumor. But yeah, so the overpriced minivan transportation is back.
Yay! I tried using it one time, and whatever reason the driver wouldn't give me any tips or help on how to book it.
Oh,
I was actually quite rude about the whole thing. So I ended up calling an Uber.
Yeah. I mean, it's super cute. I've heard it's great, but yeah, I know that it's pricey. And every time something comes back, it's more expensive. So we'll have to see the prices when
I don't think it's going to be run by Disney, though. It's going to be run by Mears now.
Oh, gosh. Another song Jeremy has to update. So this is cool. The Disney Cultural Representative Program will return in phases and begin welcoming the first new participants in August. So this is necessary, and this is really exciting.
And I think this will help a lot with issues they have with staffing.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they can get the cultural people back into Epcot.
Right.
And the people that are working at Epcot currently, I'm assuming they could probably work
anywhere. Yeah. And I don't know how it is now because it's been a year now since I've been, but everything wasn't open. So you go in all to these pavilions and there's only one store out of 4 stores open. So that was such a disappointment. So I don't know how it is now if everything's opened, but that was because of staffing issues. So yeah, I think that will help that. And obviously we love that part of Epcot.
The grocery store the company I work for, we had an employee in our deli that actually applied for the college program or multicultural program.
That's cool.
And so we're in Winnipeg, and then Calgary is it's like a really long day's drive or a short flight, or 2 days. If I were driving, I'd do it.
Yeah.
So she got called for an interview in person in Calgary. Her parents paid and she flew to Calgary for this interview. And part of it was they wanted her to be able to speak French as well as English and read and write in French. And she was a very good employee in our deli. And I thought she'd be perfect cast member.
Mm-hmm.
So she came home and I'm like, we're back to the store. And I said, did you get the job? She goes, I don't know. I'm going to have to hear back. And so then they called her back and they wanted her to go a second time.
Oh, goodness.
Or a second calling. So she went a second time. And she said it went very well, she's thinking that she might be getting it. Then they wanted her to go a third time.
Oh my gosh.
And she said, okay, is there any way I could do this over the phone or something? Because you already seen me, you have my pictures, I've done the writing, I've done the, and
it's expensive.
And we didn't realize you're in Winnipeg. I don't know what they were thinking. So they said that's fine, we could do it over the phone. But she ended up getting hired. And
good. I was scared you were going to say she didn't get it after spending hundreds of dollars. And
she did get it.
Awesome.
But I haven't heard from her since. That was like years and years.
Okay.
I'm sure she's married and has, but
yeah.
But
that's
so
cool.
it was kind of cool. It was very exciting. I can imagine how it was for her, but even for myself, just cheering her on.
Yeah, and hearing how they do everything. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
For sure. Well, Holly, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, this was fun.
I like these monthly roundups.
Me too. I learned a lot.
And what's going to be interesting is you come back a year from now and listen to it and you go, oh yeah, I remember when the Dapper Dans the train fell off.
Yep. Too funny.
I remember Chris Rock getting me.
Getting slapped.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we'll be back next month with another roundup, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks with another topic. Any final thoughts?
Nope. That was
MarvellousOnMainStreet.com. That's where you got to go.
Thank you.
Ken, take it away.
If you have a brilliant idea for a future edition of The Solo Show and would like to take your turn in the guest host's chair, then drop us an email at thesoloshow01@gmail.com. Tell us your idea for the show, and we'll contact you about a date and a time for you to join us. If you would just like to keep the conversation going or have a comment about a previous show, then visit us on Facebook at The Solo Show. All logos, sounds, and songs that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are owned solely by the Disney Corporation and are not, nor are they intended to be, the ownership of The Solo Show podcast. We hope you'll join us for the next adventure on The Solo Show. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.